Let's talk a little bit about the media's reaction to Donald Trump winning the Iowa caucuses Monday. Certain members of legacy media throwing some temper tantrums, and among them, Joy Reid over at MSNBC, who basically had a new adjective to describe everyone who supported Trump in Iowa. Take a listen.
This is now what white evangelicalism is. It is Christian nationalism. They believe that God has promised them, specifically white evangelical Christians of a certain mindset, that they own this country, that immigrants, that brown people, that Hindus like Vivek Ramaswamy and his wife are illegitimate Americans. They are less legitimate Americans than they are.
All right, pretty divisive, pretty hateful, right? Well, the left, of course, has long accused Donald Trump of being the divisive one. The same Donald Trump who made these very comments during his victory speech. You saw it here on Newsmax. So let's play this clip.
I really think this is time now for everybody, our country, to come together. We want to come together, whether it's Republican or Democrat or liberal or conservative. It would be so nice if we could come together and straighten out the world.
It is possible with a press like that. Let's bring in our panel to debate this now. Joining me today, Erin Elmore, attorney and contributor at Turning Point USA. Great to have you, Erin. And also Democratic strategist Jonathan Harris. Welcome in, panel.
Thank you.
All right, Jonathan, I want to start with you, and I'd like to particularly ask you to address what you just heard Joy Reid say. Do you believe or agree with anything she just stated to millions of people watching MSNBC that night?
Well, I mean, we know, I think one of the things that's difficult about the way that we discuss politics in this country is that we don't have an honest conversation. We know that there are racists. Yeah, we know that there are racists in this country. We know that there are racists in this country that are going to vote for Donald Trump because they view him as a racist. We know that the Republican Party used what is called the Southern strategy to literally pander to racist white people to get their vote. We know that happened. We know that in 2005 they apologized. Wait,
but real quick, I just want to get. I asked you, not we. I want to hear from you. Do you believe what she says, that they believe God has promised them?
I'm getting there. What I'm saying.
Oh no, I know you're going to get there, but I'm just yes or no. It's pretty simple. Was she? You agreeing with some of those comments?
Well, so listen to what I'm saying. So I hear what you're saying, and I'm answering that. What I'm saying is, since we all know that collectively, then what she's saying, and if you listen to the details of what she said, she didn't say every white person. She didn't say every Republican. She said there's a section of white voters that do feel that way. And yes, that's a reality. I mean, if you can't accept that reality, we're not having an honest conversation about politics. There is a section of white America that is racist, that does feel they are more legitimately American than other people. We know that to be the case. The biggest domestic terrorist threat to the United States is white right-wing male extremists for that very reason.
Well, so, interesting, because I did hear the concern last week come out about Hezbollah being inside of our border, and that was the concern coming out.
Everything I said is a fact.
Erin, go ahead. Go ahead. Joy Reid did say that the people in Iowa didn't vote for Vivek because they thought they were illegitimate Americans. I mean, this is her opinion. She's sharing it. What do you think of what she said and Jonathan's response there? Go, jump in.
Well, both Jonathan and Joy have a casual relationship with the truth, because they both said, we all know. And this is what they think. And if I said this is what all African Americans think, I would be lambasted. I would be canceled. I would be vilified. And that is reverse racism. You know, she talked a lot about the whites and the Christians in Iowa. I'm sorry, that is the demographics of that population. 77% Christian in Iowa, 84.5% Caucasian. How is that a problem that we are supposed to address or deal with? Is that like saying there are too many X in Y city? You cannot do that without it being racist. And if you listen to the words of Martin Luther King Jr., let's judge all people by the content of their character, not the color.
Let's Jonathan
have a little bit less of a casual relationship with the facts, because we don't all know that Donald Trump used the Southern doctrine or whatever you called it that I've never heard of, and I've studied politics for well over a decade.
Okay, I didn't say
I have
Trump.
never heard that, and I bet you if I look into it, there's not a kernel of truth.
But is there a glimmer of this reverse racism?
The Republican Party. I said the Republican Party, and Google is free. It's called the Southern Strategy.
Google.
If you've worked in politics and don't know about the Southern Strategy, you should be doing something.
All right, guys,
because it's literally.
We ran out of time. We ran out of time,
something.
and I wish we had more time. We went to the State Department. It's a great conversation. You guys will come back soon. We'll continue it all. We know there'll be more comments over at MSNBC. We can dissect and
Oh, yeah,
continue.
there always are.
Jonathan, Erin, thank you both.
Thank
All
you.
right.